This video is sponsored by Skillshare, which offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people.
Jordan's messages.
5,000. 5,000 what? 5,000 questions? No, we've had far more than 5,000. I would estimate we've had over the course of this show, however many years it's been, 12 years, we've probably had a solid 15 years, 15 million questions, I would say. But 5,000 questions constantly in the messages inbox. No matter how many questions Josh goes through, he goes through 1,000 questions every time, literally. Every time we do messages, he goes through 1,000 questions. He always goes back 5,000 questions still in the inbox. He can never catch up. If you want your question actually potentially answered out of 5,000, become a supporter. Support BlimeyCow.com. We answer supporter questions, guys. The pool of questions shrinks significantly. It's possible, okay? I can solve your problem. Just become a supporter. Let's get to the messages. Hey, Jordan, I have another relationship problem for you. Another. Have they asked me a question before? That's amazing if it's true, Josh. That pool of 5,000, maybe don't become a supporter. What are the chances of that? Only it's different. I realized this year I am infatuated with fictional characters. Let me explain myself. I have always been an avid reader and found the world of books a nice escape from my real life occasionally. When rereading a terrific book series this year, it finally dawned on me that I was crushing on one of the boys in it. Once finding this out, I wanted to know if other people experienced this also, and they said that they too liked some fictional characters. One person even went as far as to say that it's better to be infatuated with non-existent people at my age. I'm 15, because you don't have to worry about all of the drama. I would also like to clarify that I have had crushes on real guys too. Okay, I wanted your opinion on this topic to know if it's weird and or wrong to have feelings for fake people in books. The thing that you've got to really worry about, okay, is if you're watching a movie and it's a movie with animals. And the animals are they're people. That's when you gotta worry about it. At that point, I want that question.
If you had a crush on Francine from Arthur.
Yeah, if you got a crush on Francine, she's not a person. She's an animal. But she walks on two legs. It's totally inappropriate on so many levels. That's when you gotta start worrying about it. But up until then, that's okay. Okay, look, whoever you're reading, this is a huge compliment for them. Give them a shout out. You should have given the author a shout out. They're like, wow, my character was so real that this 15-year-old loves him. It's pretty amazing, actually. I wish I could write that well. I don't think that you should worry too much, especially at your age. The hormones are incredible. It is amazing how God created you. He created you so well to want a relationship that you have a relationship with a page on a book, in a book. That's how incredible God has created you. Don't worry too much about it. You know, I remember at this age, people, you know, you're overanalyzing every little thing about yourself to make sure that there's nothing, you know, wrong with your brain. Okay, you're okay. You're fine. Okay, I'm sure you'll not get married to a piece of paper at some point. You'll get married to a real person. Supporter message. What did I say, Josh? 5,000 has been brought down to 1. It's like the Hunger Games here. Who will be the last to survive? It's this supporter. Hey, Jordan, and etc. I don't like that, Josh. I don't like that. It's.
I am not an etc.
No, Josh is not an etc. He is my brother. While I love everything you guys do, that was totally disrespectful. I'm just gonna be honest with you, totally disrespectful.
It's okay, they support us.
While I love everything you guys do, your video on how to tell if a guy is flirting was wrong. I told him I like him and have for a long time, 4-ish years. I thought almost for sure he was being flirty. My mom did too, but no. The words when have I flirted even escaped his lips.
When have I flirted?
Get out of this. Get away from this guy. So we're just friends. But we are very friendly. Since then, we hang out very regularly, and the topic of us even comes up from time to time. We talk about everything from family dynamics to wanting to stay single forever to God stuff, and it's really great. But sometimes I wonder, is this healthy or just friends? So advice for the exception. What do I do with a guy who A, doesn't think he is worth dating, B, is afraid of commitment, C, says he only wants to date one person, and D, is just a great friend who hangs out and just confides to me all the time. I really like you should date. Okay. You guys are very friendly, as you said. He doesn't think he's worth dating, he's afraid of commitment, but he says he only wants to date one person, but he's not worthy of dating. Okay. The logic is astounding. I think look, okay. When we give advice, it's not foolproof, okay? There is an exception to every rule, okay? Welcome to the English language. This guy, it's not, look, some guys, they have too many options, okay? Let me tell you this right now. You know, if there's a guy who likes you, great, and he's being like, and you're not sure, and he's just like, you know what I'm saying? Then that's an easy call right there. But if there's this guy and he's like, Josh, as we say, a player, and he's got every option in the world at his disposal, at this guy's fingertips, Josh. Okay, when did I flirt? That's what you get, okay? And you know what I say? He's not worth it. That's what I say. And
that's what he says, and that's what you say.
Look, I'm not worthy to date. That's the biggest cop-out I've ever heard. If I was a fly on the wall and I heard a guy say that, I would go over and I would go straight up his nose. Just to annoy him. No! Get out of here. I'd make him leave. I wouldn't come out of his nose. When you watch Messages, you constantly learn. You learn so much you cry. And when Messages is over, you are desperate to learn even more. But how? I'm gone.
How do you do it?
How can you continue to learn new skills once Messages is done for the day? This is why you must check out Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Regardless of how much or how little you know about a topic, they have a class that will work for you. If you're interested in creating animated logos, then you have to check out Animation for Graphic Designers, How to Animate a Logo, taught by William Kesling. This guy will have you creating stuff that looks so good, you could get hired to make commercials probably. It's crazy. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Plus, the first 1,000 people, not 5,000, Josh, 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Again, you get a free 1 month to learn as much as you can fit into your brain when you click the link in the description below. Do it now! Let's get back to the Messages. Dear Jordan, I had such a close friend. I'm a girl, he's a guy, me and him were so close. We both didn't want each other to date another person, but we wouldn't date each other. He said he had prayed about it, oh man, and felt God had said he wouldn't date me. Yet he held my hand all night. Why are you all night? All night? Was that a lock-in? Those shouldn't be legal. In my brother's room. Okay, that's really weird. Plus, he'd done plenty of other things. Okay, he sat super close, would always... You never know in Messages land what's gonna happen. I gotta... I'm not sure. I gotta prepare myself for the words that are appearing before my eyes. He sat super close, okay. Would always rest his head on my knees. Even took my hand and put a ring on my finger. I liked him when all this happened and wanted to date him. He just didn't want the same. Oh my gosh. He was always super sweet as well. I've been friends with the guy for 7 or 8 years, and this happened all last year. He sort of cut things off a while back, and we barely talk. We're friends, but it's just not the same. Now now the past haunts me. Every time I remember my knees, I think about him. Every time I remember anything we did together, I might start full-on sobbing. He tells people that he doesn't remember anything about us holding hands, which hurts. I have 2 questions. Why would a guy do all those things and say they can't date you, like you also lie about holding hands? Also, how do you, over the past breakup, I guess that's what it is, even though we weren't dating since...
My favorite part is whenever I think about my knees.
Oh, I made that up.
Oh.
I added that. I thought it made it a better message. Why would a guy do all of those things? Why would he say, and then put a ring on your finger, and then say, psych? It was a joke.
When did I flirt?
When did I flirt? When did I flirt?
When your head was on my knees!
When did I flirt?
When you put a ring on my finger!
When did I flirt?
When we did other things in my brother's room!
When did I flirt? Okay. Yeah, that's gotta be our next t-shirt. When did I flirt? Okay, so 2 questions here. She wants to know, why would he do this to me? I'm sorry this computer keeps turning off and on. It's not mine. It's Etc's.
If this were mine, this wouldn't be happening. I would never let a monitor act like this at my house.
Let's get to the bottom of the first question. Why would he do this to me? And then that will solve, how do I get over this breakup, this heartbreak? Because you need this solution to the first question, and then you'll have a solution to the second. Ease to the brain. So why would a guy do this? Because guys at this age, it's not that they're heartless. It's that they are heartless, okay? They think they have the greatest heart of all time. They're like, I just want to give love to a girl. I just, not like that, Josh. But I want love, and I want to give it to somebody because I have so much love in my heart. That's what they think.
So much love to give.
That's what these homeschool guys think. They think this. And so what happens is then they start to confuse their heart with their hormones, Josh. As we've said 100 trillion times on the 50 million times. Heartmones. They start following not their heart, but their heartmones. And once that happened, it's like the switcheroo. And then they start going down his knees, and then the brother, why is he over at the house all night and your brother's room's really weird?
Where's the brother?
Where'd the brother at? Where'd he go?
I hope he's not there.
Yeah, hopefully not, but hopefully he is.
I don't know which
to
one.
calm things down. And so then it starts to get a little out of hand for the heartmone guy, and then he starts to be like, oh, well, I like this physical need contact and stuff, but then I don't really know if I like her. But it's like, it's so interwoven that it just starts to slowly happen, and then it's like got out of hand, and so all of a sudden he just breaks complete ties. You never hear from him again, and then
Like
when did I flirt?
One day he wakes up and thinks, oh, that was stupid, and then he just doesn't want to think about it ever again.
Exactly.
So he has to admit he's an idiot.
Right, he has to admit things about himself. He has to, one, admit that he is kind of an idiot, and then he also, 2, has to admit that he made a mistake. Not necessarily, I'm saying not that you're a mistake, but he made a mistake that he let himself kind of lie. Following heartmones. And then he realized, oh, that's when he realizes that the heartmone is actually the evil twin of the heart. And then he starts to realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't be following my heart anyways. Because maybe that will lead to some problems too, Josh. That's another message for another day. My favorite part of messages, and this is not a disrespect to the show, because this is the greatest computer monitor of all time. It's not to be confused. Don't be confused with what I'm about to say. The outro is my favorite part of messages because it's to all the people out there who respect this show enough to stay for this long. You don't care what I say. I'm done giving advice. You're still here. You know how little pressure that is on me? You know what? Also, I never feel pressure on this show because if you take it or leave it, I don't care. Get out. Get out. If you,
The world is screwed anyway.
this world is screwed. Get out. But stay and join the community. Support BlimeyCow.com. I'm telling you, that pool from 5,000, it goes down to like how many, Josh? How many supporter messages do we get?
I normally only have probably like 6 or 7 at a time in my personal inbox.
It's a personal inbox. It's different. It's not just the regular messages inbox. You
I have the
understand?
opposite problem really, because if any of those messages aren't super great, then it's like, well, guess we'll just have to use this one.
Look, that's great. If you write a question that's not even that great, you could get on the show. That's better than 5,000. Way better than 6. Guys, support BlimeyCow.com. You gotta do it, okay? Don't be messy. And leave good messages.